As we enter into the front of the station, the first part is our administrative office manager area, who is the general meeting of the public. This was our old dispatch area. It has been converted to her use. Down the hall to the right is a report writing station for the captains to finish the reports needed to submit to the state. At the end of the hall is our administrative offices, 2 of them. When the building was first built, this was actually the bunk room area for the firefighters at the station. This currently is the chief's office. Before it was the deputy's office. The desk in the outer area will be for the deputy that's being appointed. And this is our area for files, for permits, training records, and our copying area. Upstairs are our other 2 administrative offices, as well as a small training room. Access to this area is limited due to the stairwell. These 2 offices were added after the building was completed. When the building was built in the 80s, this area was an unfinished area that was finished by the Firemen's Association for a training room. Since then, we've had to take space to provide an expanded scope of practice for the department in our fire prevention division. This is the office of our fire prevention officer and his public outreach. Safe education for children in the schools, as well as fire safety for the elderly. We're back down in our administration office, which used to be the chief's office and is now the captain's quarters. As you come back down the hall, we're going to the crew quarters for the firefighters. One thing our station does not have is gender-separated areas for the female firefighters we have. We're lucky enough that the captain's quarters is used for the female quarters. In this area, which was first originally the offices for the chief and the deputy, is now fits 5 bunks as well as lockers for 20 firefighters. Space is very limited, and we use every inch we can in this space. The day room and kitchen area is the other area the firefighters use the most. The kitchen's gone through several reconditionings. New cabinets, new counters have been replaced several times within the department, most with private money. This bathroom is the handicap bathroom, as well as the female bathroom for the station. The main bathroom for the station is the men's room, which is also the only shower within the building. If a female needs to use the shower to decontaminate after a call or wash up, they need to lock the door. Storage in the station is at a premium as well. This closet's used for emergency equipment, spare supplies, for protection equipment, as well as our community sharps program. The EMS room with supplies for our ambulance is full as well. If we hope to go ALS, we'll need a much more space to keep a lot more supplies to provide the service to the town and the community. This is our air room, which has our SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus for firefighting, and the compression to fill it. This is our old telephone communications room. This room is now doubling for storage for spare ambulance cots, as well as supplies for the fire alarm division. Spare pumps and generators are kept in this room, along with oil for the engines. The tool room's another room that's filled to capacity. Spare parts, pieces to maintain the equipment we have. The hose room and fire extinguisher room is a room that keeps all our extra supplies, and then the hose tower keeps training aids stacked up on the right, as well as the hose drying that's hanging, as you can see. All our firefighter protective gear is lined up against the wall. The space between the engine, the vicinity to the exhaust of the engine, as well as being open to the environment, takes and affects the turnout gear. We need to protect our firefighters and make sure this gear is at topmost condition. Exhaust fumes from the trucks or the UV rays can take and affect its effectiveness. In order to make sure this gear lasts and protects our firefighters, we need a washing station or a washer extractor in order to take and clean the gear properly. Right now in this room, which is an old boiler room, all we have is standard residential washer and dryer. The space between the trucks is very tight in places. This is a safety issue for our firefighters backing in. They have to be very confident in backing the trucks in certain places. Our weight equipment on the right, or our workout equipment, is also amongst all the vehicles. People working out in the station have to take and work around the equipment, work around the trucks, and as well as if a truck leaves or is backing into the station, the exhaust affects them as well. In our apparatus bay, we have 10 pieces of fire apparatus. 3 engines, a heavy rescue, a ladder truck, a tanker, and 3 ambulances at this end. The 4th ambulance is at the other end. As you can see, the spacing is very tight between the front bumper and the back bumper of the trucks, as well as in between the trucks on the second 2 stacked back. Storage, again, is very important. A lot of our equipment is put up against the walls in the apparatus bay, is affected by the dust and the dirt of the trucks being in and out. Cabinets are used to store supplies, and equipment's hanging off the wall.